a bad soundtrack. Read the script. Born in
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chiefs and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are in the Pacific. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Seattle. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes' throw complete here to Ayuk. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Mahomes now on first down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Oh, what a juke into space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays. And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one, and to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 14. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Gibson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is...
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now here's Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 7 down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And taken right at the 35. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 57 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get some. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. play fake here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On first down, Mahomes. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Evan Ingram, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So we've reached half.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the 2nd half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 89 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the set.
to throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Open man right side is Ingram. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
What's not cool about the game there on 2nd down? That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A couple of 1st downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 41-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gibson again.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by
Walker hitting the ball is out.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Here we go.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with...
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score. And now, as with every potential turnover, take a second look at this.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now in Seattle, Washington.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean...
And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the
So
play,
that challenge is successful.
reversed.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in there by Cooks. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 49 yards.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end.
Straight ahead, Walker.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called this number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 13. 1:53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Mahomes. Into the hands of Cooks. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Here we go. Switch, yellow.
A gear for Walker running right.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mahomes. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when we saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
One final try from Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth.